So today we are still working on equivalent fractions. So far, we know that we can find equivalent fractions by using a model or a number line, and we can either shade in the fractions on our models, or we can plot our fractions on a number line from 0 to 1. So today we're going to continue with our equivalent fractions. And today's essential question is, how can you use models to name equivalent fractions? So we're doing more of the same. This is a very important skill. It's important to be able to understand how to find fractions that are equivalent or equal. So we're going to start by unlocking the problem. Cole brought a submarine sandwich to the picnic. He shared the sandwich equally with 3 friends. The sandwich was cut into eighths. What are 2 ways to describe the part of the sandwich each friend ate? Okay, I understood all the words there. I'm going to go back and look for my information now. It says Cole brought a submarine sandwich to a picnic. And we have a picture. He shared the sandwich equally with 3 friends. Equally with 3 friends. So total, I have 4 people. The sandwich was cut into eighths, which means my sandwich has units of 1/8. What are 2 ways to describe the part of the sandwich each friend ate? So how many people shared this sandwich? 4 people. I know that because it was Cole, and he shared it with 3 friends equally. So Cole grouped the smaller pieces into 2s. Draw circles to show equal groups of 2 pieces to show what each friend ate. So that's what we're going to do. So I know that this is divided into eighths. I'm going to make my lines darker so it's easier to see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. And I know that I had 4 people. So it says Cole grouped the smaller pieces into 2s. Okay, so each friend, I have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups. I've circled. There are 4 equal groups. Each group is 1/4 of the whole sandwich. So each friend ate 1/4 of a whole sandwich. How did they get 1/4? Well, let's investigate that. If I look at this, I went from having 8 pieces to having 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. So I'm still talking about a whole sandwich, but now instead of 8 slices, we're talking about 4 groups of my sandwich. So I can divide it into fourths, right? So how many eighths did each friend eat? 2. They each ate 2 eighths. And 2 eighths and 1/4 and 2 eighths are equivalent fractions since they both name the blank amount of the sandwich. Well, they both name the same amount of the sandwich, right? It's the same amount. If I divide my pieces into 8, I get 2 eighths. If I divide it into 4s, I get 1/4. Okay? 1/4 of my sandwich. So 1/4 and 2 eighths of the sandwich are 2 ways to describe the part of the sandwich each friend ate. So in other words, 1/4 and 2 eighths are equivalent. 1/4 and 2 eighths are equivalent fractions. They mean the same amount. All right? Let's look at one more. Heidi ate 3/6 of her fruit bar. Molly ate 4/8 of her fruit bar, which is the same size. Which girl ate more of her fruit bar? Okay. Shade 3/6 of Heidi's fruit bar and 4/8 of Molly's fruit bar. Okay, let's shade some fruit bars. I'm going to grab my crayons. You can use your highlighter tool on Canvas if you'd like. think I'm going to do kind of a red color for strawberry and a purple color for grape, just because they said they're fruit bars. So 3/6. Well, there's 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, right? There's Heidi's portion. Molly ate 4/8. So there's 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8. What's the difference between these two bars? Well, really the only thing that's different between them is how many pieces the girls cut their bar into. So it's asking us which girl ate more of her fruit bar. Well, when I'm looking at my model, they both ate the same amount. It's just that Heidi's bar was cut into 6 pieces and Molly's was cut into 8. So is 3/6 greater, less than, or equal to 4/8? It's half. Both of them are half, so it is equal. So both girls ate the same amount. Fractions are, especially equivalent fractions, there's a whole lot of division going on here. If I look at this, 3/6, 3 is half of 6. If I look at 4/8, 4 is half of 8. When I look at my model, each of the girls ate half of their bar. So sometimes division is going to come into play. Same thing up here. 1/4 and 2/8. 1/4, if I multiplied both of these things by 2, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 4 is 8. That's how 1/4 and 2/8 are the same. I'm just doubling them, okay? So sometimes we divide, sometimes we multiply. That's why we learned multiplication and division first before we did fractions, because it's supposed to make it easier in your head to understand what's happening. But the big thing to remember is if you draw a model, the shaded in portion is going to help you find equivalent fractions. All right, on the next page, you are doing some share and show on your own. Looks like this. And when you're finished, you're going to check your work at the bottom. Lots of models going on here because fractions in my head are always easier with models. So do your best work. Don't forget to check it.